Good evening, my Real News Media TV family. Welcome back to the channel for another news update for December 8, 2023. And in the news this evening, double murder in St. Elizabeth, house firebombed. 2 men were shot dead and a house firebombed in Goshen, St. Elizabeth early Friday morning. The identities of the men have not yet been released. Head of the St. Elizabeth Police, Acting Superintendent Coleridge Minto, in confirming the incident, said detectives are now on the scene as well as the Major Investigations Division. Preliminary reports are that earlier about 1 a.m., residents heard loud explosions and saw smoke coming from a house. The police were called and the bodies of the 2 men were found with what appeared to be gunshot wounds. They were subsequently pronounced dead. Statistics from the police show that up to December 2, St. Elizabeth recorded a reduction in murders, with 29 people being killed since the start of the year, when compared to 38 for the corresponding period last year. Bank taxi operator killed in Westerland gun attack. A bank taxi operator was shot and killed and another injured in Pullet Lane, Petersfield in Westmoreland on Thursday night. The deceased has been identified as 25-year-old Rico Torrington of Strawberry in Petersfield in the parish. Reports from the police are that about 9 p.m., Torrington and the other man were traveling on a motorcycle when, upon reaching a section of the roadway, they were pounced upon by unknown assailants who opened gunfire at them. Torrington sustained a gunshot wound to the upper body and the other man was shot in the shoulder. Both men were taken to the hospital, where Torrington was pronounced dead and the other man admitted in stable condition. Torrington is the second person to be killed in the parish in hours. On Thursday morning, residents stumbled upon the body of 33-year-old Dwayne Williams, otherwise called the Monkey Man, of Pullet Lane in the community. According to police, Williams was last seen about 10:15 p.m. on Wednesday night. Reports from the police are that the body had multiple stab and chop wounds to the upper body. The now deceased was taken to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Cabby arrested on outstanding warrants after visiting police station to make report. A 28-year-old taxi operator who visited the Negril police station in Westmoreland to make a report on Wednesday, December 6, was detained by police after it was discovered that he was on the station's warrant list. According to Deputy Superintendent of Police Sean J. Mitchell, the man identified as Damien Simpson of Whitehall Negril in the parish had over 20 outstanding warrants. A taxi operator visited the Negril police station on Wednesday, December 6 to make a report. However, while making that report, an officer who was quite familiar with the station's warrant list discovered that the same person was on the warrant list with several outstanding warrants, DSP Mitchell said. The officer made checks on the warrant list and realized that he, Simpson, had 28 outstanding warrants, all of which were executed on him. Further checks revealed that he had 53 outstanding warrants in Hanover and an additional 6 in St. James. On Thursday, December 7, he was taken to the Westmoreland Parish Court, where he pleaded guilty and was fined $130,000. According to DSP Mitchell, the other outstanding warrants will be executed on Simpson in the respective parishes where he is slated to face the courts. Businessman killed while at mechanic, licensed firearm stolen. A businessman was gunned down while at a mechanic in Kingston on Thursday night, and his licensed firearm was stolen by his attackers. The deceased has been identified as a 36-year-old Kenil Wilson, otherwise called Willow, of Bougainville in St. Catherine. The police report that about 7:30 p.m., Wilson was at a mechanic along Kingston Town Road when he was pounced upon by 2 gunmen who opened fire at him. He was hit multiple times to the head, chest, and hand. The gunmen also stole his licensed firearm from his waistband. The police were summoned, and on arrival, Wilson was assisted to hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Investigations continue. SOEs declared in 5 parishes. States of public emergency are now in effect across 5 parishes and the police division in the corporate area, the Office of the Prime Minister announced on Friday. The parishes are St. James, Hanover, Westmoreland, St. Catherine, and Clarendon, while the St. Andrew South Police Division is also under the emergency measure. acting on the advice and recommendations of the Police Commissioner and the Chief of Defense Staff, Governor General Sir Patrick Allen, declared the SOEs in these areas due to high criminal activity, the statement read. The security chief advised that over the period of January 1 to December 5, 2023, the St. Andrews South Police Division produced the second highest number of murders across all police divisions, with a total of 113 murders. Meanwhile, the St. Catherine North Police Division produced the fourth highest number of murders among all police divisions at 109 murders. The Clarendon and the St. Catherine South Police Divisions recorded the fifth and the sixth highest number of murders for the period, with 194 murders respectively. The Clarendon Police Division also had the fourth highest increase in murders at 10% when compared to the equivalent period in 2022. For the western parishes, St. James continued to have the highest number of murders across all police divisions, with a total of 173 murders. Additionally, Westmoreland took the third highest number of murders, with 110 murders. Finally, Hanover had 67 murders for the same period and was the police division with the highest increase in murders at 52.3% when compared with the same period in 2022. In terms of homicide in relation to population, homicide per 100,000 population, St. James, Westmoreland, and Hanover have reflected 103.3, 93.4, and 60.7 murders per 100,000 respectively at the end of 2022, the release added. It also went on to say that since the start of 2023, murders per 100,000 inhabitants of St. James, Westmoreland, and Hanover stood at 90.2, 73.4, and 92.4 respectively. This is significantly higher than the regional average rate of 15.1 per 100,000 and the world average rate of 6.1 per 100,000, the release said. ABM Vandal arrested, police searching for second suspect. One of two men who vandalized an automated banking machine in Brownstown, St. Anne, early Friday morning has been arrested. The suspect was arrested Friday afternoon during a police operation. He is facing a charge of malicious destruction of property after the glass door at the bank was damaged. It is reported that sometime after 2 a.m., the police received reports that two men were seen throwing stones at the National Commercial Bank branch in Brownstown. The front panel glass at the entrance of the building was shattered by the vandals. During further checks, it was observed that the touch panel of the automated banking machine was also smashed by the men. The incident was captured on CCTV cameras. The cops are searching for the second suspect. KSAMC demolishes a compromised building in downtown Kingston. The Kingston and the St. Andrew Municipal Corporation says it continues to demolish buildings that pose a threat to public safety. A building on Church Street in downtown Kingston is the latest compromised structure to be demolished by the KSAMC.
We are also constrained with respect to our budget, but right throughout the financial year of the municipality, we demolish dangerous structures. And as I said, that the earthquake would have shown us some other structures, and as a result of that, we demolished several structures post-earthquake. And this is continuing as is. The point is still to be made that this is not a response to the earthquake, because our records would show easily that we have been demolishing and we have demolished dangerous structures prior to it.
South Trelawny yam farmers bemoan farm theft. While happy with the price per bag for yam, farmers in South Trelawny say this excitement has been overshadowed by thieves. Farmers in the area say they are pleased that the price per 100 is now fetching $25,000. Unfortunately, this price has attracted predatory thieves who have been targeting farmers. Farmers have been left devastated by the actions of these thieves. He went to his field, and what the thieves did to his field caused him to faint and was hospitalized. President of the Trelawny Lay Magistrates Association, Ken Grant, told the news in recounting the experience of a farmer. This is the worst I have experienced. I don't think there's one farmer who has not suffered from predatory larceny. Winston Smith, who has been a yam farmer for 30 years, told the news. Farmer Cassandra Campbell says while she is happy with the price of yam, the rampant theft of produce is a big problem. We have to purchase yam stick and fertilizer and pay labor costs. It is an expensive venture. We have suffered over the years and now that we are getting a good price, thieves are reaping where they did not sow. St. James police probing death of 5-month-old allegedly thrown from 3-story building. Charges are pending against the St. James mother who allegedly threw her 5-month-old daughter to her death from a 3-story building in Barrett Town. The police say the woman, who then jumped from the building, remains in hospital since the incident on Wednesday. The matter is being treated as a suspected case of infanticide. The police say the series of events reportedly stemmed from a disagreement between the infant's parents. The police say investigations continue as the community seeks to come to terms with this tragic event. Mental health professionals have been called in to support the affected family and the residents.